So the main issues to do with natural disasters, particularly in Queensland, is flooding and cyclones. And how that affects the food supply is that at the moment in Queensland we have a very long food supply chain. So even if producers are growing grape food in Cairns or North Queensland, the central market system requires them to ship all their fresh food down to Brisbane to get sorted at the Rockley markets, and then it gets shipped all the way back up to North Queensland to be distributed in the supermarkets. So that has a huge impact. If we have a flood event like we've had in Townsville recently, or the Brisbane floods back in 2011, you get the Bruce Highway cut off, and then you start to get problems with being able to get the trucks through to supply the food. So what we found with our local food supply system that we've developed is that we didn't come across that problem, and during the Brisbane floods in 2011 we didn't miss one day of deliveries because our farmers were local. They responded because they were small in size, they were able to get into their fields, they had small enough transport to navigate the roads around the major highways, and we were able to deliver to our customers, and our customers were able to come to us to pick up. So for us, it demonstrated the huge impact that a local food system could have in the face of climate disaster. So one of the things about communities responding to climate change events, particularly with the food system, is like Food Connect, it was born out of a community group wanting to do something to, create resilience in their local food supply. So it clearly demonstrated that communities are really remarkable at coming up with innovative solutions for themselves, and a lot of it is formed through direct relationships with the people that they need to work with on a day-to-day basis. So having a community of people who come up with ideas and solutions to climate change is really important for government to listen to, because often those ideas are untapped or they aren't heard at that level of government. I see this project as tapping into the local community's knowledge around the food system that they work in every day and deal with every day, and having a centralised portal of information where people can share the information and access it really quickly, particularly in times of natural disaster, is going to be a really important tool to have. And I think particularly so in communities that are at greater disadvantage than mainstream Australia and mainstream Queenslanders. Often you'll find remote communities are particularly affected by climate disaster in a much more pronounced way, and so having immediate access to information and help will be really important.